Africa's history is filled with legendary empires. Across thousands of years, entire kingdoms rose to power, dominated trade, reshaped culture, revolutionized warfare, and influenced the world in ways that still echo today. In this video, we count down the top 10 most powerful kingdoms in African history, using a mix of military strength, economic dominance, cultural influence, and long-lasting legacy. We begin at number 10 with the Kingdom of Aksum. This ancient empire was one of the great trading powers of the world. From the 1st century onward, Aksum controlled major trade routes linking Rome, Arabia, and India. Its ports along the Red Sea were packed with ships carrying ivory, gold, spices, and exotic animals. The kingdom was so advanced that it minted its own coins, something very few African civilizations did at the time. Aksum adopted Christianity early on, carved enormous stone obelisks that still stand today, and conquered surrounding territories. Some historians even ranked Aksum alongside Rome, Persia, and China as one of the 4 great ancient powers. At number 9 is the Kingdom of Benin, located in what is now southern Nigeria. Benin was a masterpiece of both military power and artistic brilliance. Its capital city was surrounded by one of the largest earthwork systems ever built, walls and moats stretching for thousands of kilometers. The Benin army was highly disciplined, using organized formations and fortified positions that made invasions extremely difficult. Meanwhile, Benin's craftsmen produced the famous Benin bronzes, metal artworks so detailed and advanced that they stunned the world when first discovered. Benin was a kingdom that balanced strength, political order, and unmatched creativity. Number 8 takes us to the Kingdom of Kush. Kush was not just Egypt's southern neighbor, it was Egypt's rival. At one point, the Kushites conquered Egypt itself and ruled it as the 25th dynasty, a period known as the era of the Black Pharaohs. Kush built more pyramids than Egypt, developed powerful ironworking industries, and fielded armies known for their exceptional archers, warriors so deadly that even the Romans feared them. With its cultural blend of African and Egyptian traditions and its control over the Nile trade, Kush became one of the most formidable powers in ancient Africa. At number 7 is the Mutepa Empire, or Mwene Mutepa, a gold-rich kingdom of southern Africa. The Mutepa Empire controlled vast mineral resources, especially gold and copper, and dominated trade routes leading to the Swahili coast. Traders from Arabia, India, and China traveled to acquire Mutepa's wealth. So much gold flowed from this empire that European explorers described it as a land of endless riches. Mutepa rulers expanded through both diplomacy and warfare, creating a stable and influential empire. The stone ruins associated with Mutepa, including the famous Great Zimbabwe, show the architectural and political sophistication of this civilization. Coming in at number 6 is the Songhai Empire, one of the largest empires in African history. In the 15th and 16th centuries, Songhai stretched across the Sahel, controlling massive trade networks along the Niger River. Its major cities, especially Gao and Timbuktu, became global centers of learning, attracting scholars from across Africa and beyond. Songhai's military was extremely organized, with specialized cavalry, infantry, and even a river navy. Under leaders like Sunni Ali and Askia Muhammad, Songhai excelled in administration, commerce, education, and warfare, making it a dominant force in West Africa. Number 5 is the Kingdom of Kongo, a powerful Central African empire. The Kingdom of Kongo was a highly structured federation of provinces governed by the Mana Kongo, the central monarch. It had sophisticated politics, taxation systems, and diplomatic relations with states across Africa and Europe. Kongo's military was organized and capable, helping the kingdom control regional trade routes for centuries. Its capital, Mbanza Kongo, impressed early European visitors with its size, cleanliness, and order. Kongo stood out for its political unity, cultural resilience, and strategic leadership. At number 4 is the Ethiopian Empire, one of the longest-lasting empires in world history. Ethiopia's story spans over 1,000 years, surviving invasions, resisting colonialism, and maintaining a strong cultural identity. The empire successfully repelled Italy at the Battle of Adwa, becoming the first African nation to defeat a European colonial power in a major war. This victory inspired independence movements across Africa. Ethiopia's strength came from its advanced agriculture, long Christian heritage, and powerful generals who defended their homeland for centuries. Number 3 is the Mali Empire, perhaps the most famous empire in West African history. Mali controlled the region's goldfields and became one of the wealthiest states in the medieval world. Its most legendary ruler, Mansa Musa, was so rich that his pilgrimage to Mecca disrupted economies because he handed out so much gold. Mali also built thriving cities like Timbuktu, home to vast libraries and scholars who shaped mathematics, astronomy, and theology. Mali's global influence through trade, culture, and education secures its place among Africa's greatest empires. At number 2 is the Zulu Kingdom, a military powerhouse that rose rapidly in the early 19th century. Under Shaka Zulu, the kingdom transformed warfare. Shaka introduced new weapons like the short-stabbing spear, new training methods, and the famous buffalo horns formation, which encircled enemies with deadly precision. The Zulu expanded quickly, absorbing rival clans and reshaping southern Africa during a period known as the Mfecane. Their military dominance was so strong that early European forces viewed the Zulu with fear and respect. Finally, at number 1 is ancient Egypt, Africa's most iconic superpower. For thousands of years, Egypt dominated the Nile Valley and influenced cultures across the Mediterranean and the Near East. Egyptian civilization excelled in engineering, medicine, astronomy, writing, and architecture. Its massive pyramids, temples, and monuments still stand as symbols of unmatched achievement. Egypt's armies defended the kingdom's borders, conquered territory, and maintained diplomatic relations with major powers of the ancient world. Its legacy shaped global civilization, making it the most powerful kingdom in African history. Africa's past is filled with extraordinary civilizations, each leaving behind stories of innovation, conquest, culture, and influence. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries and legends that shaped our world. And let me know in the comments, which African kingdom should we explore next?